Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to another episode with Hayden Be Grilling. Now today we're going to make Hayden's beef and cheddar. Now this is in no shape, form, or fashion an original idea. Grilling with Dad on Instagram shared this and it looked too good not to try it. So let's go on and get our grill set up for an indirect heat. We're going to go for 250 degrees. Now I've got me about a 3-pound eye brown roast here. I'm going to take me a real sharp knife and trim all this fat off of it, or as much of it off as I can get. All right, folks, we got our meat pretty well trimmed. There's a little bit of fat left on it, but we're only going to use 2 ingredients on this. We're going to squirt a little bit of hot sauce on here, and that's going to be our binder. So once you squirt it on, just rub it around on the meat there. Now, if you got your binder on, we're going to come back with this Hardcore Carnivore Black. Now, this was the seasoning the guy used in the video, Grilling with Dad. So we're going to season this up good with this seasoning. I think what drew me to is it looked like gunpowder. Now that we got it good and seasoned, we're going to come back with a couple pieces of butcher's twine, and we're going to wrap around the roast. And all this is going to do is help it hold its shape while it sits on the grill and cooks. Alrighty, folks, so we're hovering right around that 250 degree range. So I'm gonna raise my grill. I'm gonna put this roast right here on the indirect heat side. All right, now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put this probe right here. Sorry, kind of fumbling a little bit here. But we're going to put this probe right through the center of this roast. Now, I'm not shooting for a time. This should take it roughly 2 hours, right? But not necessarily going for a time here. I'm wanting that internal temp to reach 120 degrees. Now with this gas grill, the temp's going to want to jump around. You really got to stay on top. That's where having one of these little digital thermometers comes in really handy. It's more accurate than the gauges on the grill, but you really got to monitor your heat. You may have to adjust the high-low throughout the cook. Alrighty, folks, we just hit 120 degrees internal temperature. I'm about to pull this off the grill. Alright, once we got it off the grill, we are going to wrap it in aluminum foil. Now that's going to sit for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to let it sit for an hour. While it's doing that, we're going to go make our cheese sauce. Now that our roast is resting in a saucepan, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I kind of cut them down a little bit so that way they'll melt a little faster. Next, we're going to add 1/2 cup of heavy cream, followed by 1/2 cup of milk. Now that we got those ingredients in, we're going to set to a medium-high heat, and we're going to whisk these ingredients in all together. Now that we've gotten our butter melted, we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of Velveeta, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and lastly, 1 cup of shredded cheddar. Now we're going to continue to stir this until those chunks of Velveeta and the cheddar break down and form a thick cheese sauce. So I know I said I was going to let this sit in the aluminum foil for an hour. I was wrong. I'm going to let it sit till we hit the 45-minute mark because it is smelling up the whole house. It smells amazing, and I'm starving. All right, I couldn't wait any longer, folks. So we hit that 45-minute mark. About to unwrap this dude. Wish y'all could smell this. We got the juice down in the bottom. Now, I'm not a butcher by any means, but I'm going to attempt to cut this as thin as I possibly can cut it. Folks, that That is looking beautiful. Beautiful, folks. Alright, folks, so I just got all the roast cut up and sliced up. Now we're about to put this on a bun. Even without the cheese sauce, looks amazing enough in itself. Now, top it off with some of that cheese sauce we made earlier. Now, I may have made the cheese sauce a little too soon, thinking it would take it a little bit longer. Just gonna spread that out on there so we got plenty of it on our sandwich. Last step, folks, we put that bun on it. Now it's time for that Hayden beef grilling taste test. Alrighty, here we go with it. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That is legit. Like I said, I probably should have waited a little bit on making my cheese sauce, but that on top of that roast, folks, that was so tender and juicy. I took a little taste sample back to my wife just a minute ago, and she said it was super tender. And with that hardcore carnivore black, very good flavor, very good seasoning on it. Then you combine that with that cheese sauce we made, folks, I'm gonna hurt myself tonight eating this, guarantee it. Y'all please let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one.